Hi there, how is it going? Far north of New Zealand, Doubtless Bay. We promised to tell you more about it. So, here we go. At the southwestern end of Doubtless Bay, there is a small additional bay called Mangonui Harbour. Along its shoreline sits the tiny historic settlement of Mangonui. Few shops, few art galleries, few cafes and restaurants hide in the bygone era buildings along a wooden boardwalk. To most New Zealanders, Mangonui is best known for its apparently world-famous fish and chips shop. Mangonui in Maori means the great shark. Apparently, in the past, one such shark accompanied a Maori boat entering the bay, and that's how the harbour got its name. Today, the shark motif appears in many places. It's like the coat of arms of the little town. During the 19th century, due to its sheltered location, Mangonui became one of the main New Zealand whaling centres. This promontory on the other side is called Butler's Point. There is still a house there, which was built by Captain Butler, who made a fortune on whales. Now it houses a small private whaling museum. Every visit to the museum must be arranged, and you can get there by boat from Mangonui or by car around Mangonui Harbour. When whalers finally managed to kill most of the whales, Mangonui became the centre of harvesting and processing of huge kauri trees. Today, the yachts are swaying in the beautiful cove of Mills Bay, where in those days there was a huge sawmill of kauri trees. Kauri trees have been growing in New Zealand for thousands of years. Underground, you could also find large amounts of fossilized resin of these trees. At the time, this resin was grown in Europe and America like hotcakes as a raw material in the germinating chemical industry. When gum diggers could not find it in the ground anymore, they began to obtain it from still growing trees. In this way, in a few decades, the huge resources of large kauri trees were almost completely depleted, and today you can see these magnificent trees only in a few reserves. The characteristic traces of the Maori fortified village can be seen on the hill above. Such villages used to be called pa. This particular one was called Rangikapiti Pa. From here there is a view of the entire Doubtless Bay, and in the foreground is our Cooper's Beach. For not so strong English speakers, a cooper is a person making wooden barrels, and this beach was so named because in those days coopers supplying barrels for whalers and all other sailors settled along it. Today, the Cooper's Beach, shaded by beautiful pohutukawa trees, is a paradise for walkers, sunbathers, swimmers and of course dogs. At the other end of the beach there is another hill called Taumarumaru, which also once housed Maori settlements. From here on, the shoreline is a mixture of rocky formations and small sandy beaches. This section is called the Cable Bay, because once the first telegraph cable connecting New Zealand with the world came ashore just here. And a little further, at the mouth of the river, is the small town of Taipa. I mentioned in the previous episode that it was supposedly here, over 1,000 years ago, that the brave Polynesian sailor Cooper put his foot on New Zealand for the first time. Further west, Doubtless Bay has for us 16 kilometers of beautiful, pristine Tokerau Beach. Here you really have to be careful not to put a sound lounger too close to someone else. In the central part of Tokerau Beach there is a free camping ground, and its northern end is crowned with the Karikari Peninsula and a picturesque settlement with the graceful name Whatuwhiwhi. Close to the very tip of the Karikari Peninsula we find a real gem. These are twin bays of Maitai and Waikato. Many people think that these are the most beautiful small bays in New Zealand. So this is how our Doubtless Bay looks like. No wonder Cooper was impressed. If you are interested in New Zealand, please subscribe to our channel. Press the notification bell, ask questions, make comment, make suggestions, and see you in the next episode. Bye!